There's a strange contradiction some people live with. They crave connection. They want closeness. They want someone to stay. But the moment someone actually gets close, they pull away. Part 35 is about why you push people away, not because you don't care, but because you care too much. On the surface, it doesn't make sense. You say you want love. You say you want deep connection. You say you want someone who understands you. But when someone tries, when someone shows up consistently, when someone texts back, when someone gets emotionally available, something inside you tightens. You become distant. You become critical. You become unsure. You start finding small flaws. You question their intentions. You tell yourself, maybe I'm not ready, or maybe they're not right for me. But what if the problem isn't them? What if the closeness itself feels unsafe? This pattern doesn't start in adulthood. It starts much earlier. If you grew up in an environment where connection was unpredictable, sometimes warm, sometimes cold, your nervous system learned that closeness equals instability. If affection came with conditions, if attention came with control, if love came with withdrawal, if safety came and went, your body learns something powerful. Getting attached is dangerous. So now when someone gets close, your nervous system doesn't relax. It activates. Your brain scans for exit routes. You start imagining how it could end. You prepare for abandonment before it happens. You emotionally detach before they can, because losing someone hurts. But leaving first hurts less. Part 35 goes deeper. Pushing people away is often a protection strategy disguised as independence. You tell yourself you don't need anyone. You convince yourself you're better alone. You downplay your desire for connection. But late at night, when everything is quiet, you feel it. The loneliness, the longing, the contradiction. You want someone to understand you fully, but you don't trust anyone enough to let them try. There's another layer here. If you've ever been betrayed, rejected, replaced, or emotionally abandoned, your system adapts. It decides, never again. So you build subtle defenses. You don't open up fully. You keep parts of yourself private. You don't fully invest. You don't show how much you care, because caring deeply once cost you something. So now you ration your vulnerability. Part 35 uncovers something painful. Sometimes you push people away, not because they're wrong for you, but because they're right for you. Healthy connection feels unfamiliar. Stability feels boring. Consistency feels suspicious. You're used to intensity. You're used to emotional highs and lows. You're used to chasing, proving, earning. So when someone offers calm, your body doesn't recognize it as safe. It recognizes it as unknown, and unknown feels risky. There's also a belief hiding underneath this behavior. If they really knew me, they would leave. So you test them. You create distance. You act indifferent. You withdraw emotionally, and you watch. Will they stay? Will they chase? Will they prove themselves? But here's the paradox. The more you push, the more likely they are to leave. And when they leave, it confirms your fear. See, people don't stay. But it wasn't your unworthiness that pushed them away. It was your protection. Part 35 continues. Sometimes pushing people away isn't loud. It's subtle. It's not answering texts for hours. It's avoiding deep conversations. It's joking instead of being serious. It's keeping things surface level. You maintain connection, but at a distance. Close enough to not feel alone. Far enough to not feel exposed. Because exposure feels dangerous. If your early experiences taught you that vulnerability leads to criticism, rejection, or chaos, your body remembers. Even if your conscious mind says, this person is different, your nervous system says, be careful. Part 35 reaches something deeper. When you push people away, you're not avoiding them. You're avoiding the possibility of losing them. It's preemptive self-defense. If I detach first, I won't be blindsided. If I don't fully invest, I won't fully hurt. If I don't depend, I won't collapse. But connection requires risk, and risk requires tolerating uncertainty. And uncertainty is exactly what your system struggles with, because once upon a time, uncertainty meant pain. Part 35 also touches something important. You may confuse emotional intensity with love. If love once felt dramatic, chaotic, unstable, calm love might feel empty. So you unconsciously recreate familiar patterns. You gravitate toward emotionally unavailable people. You chase those who give you crumbs. You feel bored with those who give you stability, not because you enjoy pain, but because your nervous system recognizes familiar chaos as home, and healing feels unfamiliar at first. Part 35 moves toward truth. You are not incapable of closeness. You are afraid of what closeness might cost. You are not cold. You are cautious. You are not heartless. You are protecting a heart that once broke. And protection made sense at the time. It kept you functioning. It kept you stable. It kept you from collapsing. But now the same defense that once protected you may be isolating you. Healing doesn't mean forcing yourself into vulnerability overnight. It means noticing the moment you want to withdraw and pausing. It means asking yourself, am I reacting to this person or to my past? It means letting someone stay a little longer before deciding they'll leave. It means tolerating the discomfort of being seen. Because the truth is this: you don't push people away because you don't care. You push people away because you care so deeply that losing them feels catastrophic. But closeness doesn't always end in disaster. Sometimes it ends in safety. Sometimes it ends in growth. Sometimes it ends in love that doesn't require shrinking or defending. You are allowed to want connection. You are allowed to be afraid of it. Both can exist at the same time. And slowly, gently, you can teach your nervous system that closeness does not equal danger. You don't have to sabotage something good to stay in control. You don't have to leave first to survive. You don't have to pretend you don't care to protect yourself. You can let someone in, not recklessly, not blindly, but gradually. Because pushing people away kept you safe once, but it may not be what you need anymore. And maybe the next time someone gets close, instead of stepping back, you stay.